welcome to the Hobbystreakers, Season 2, Episode 1. Yay! Finally.
Yay.
After some delay. Well, so what is the Hobbystreak? Hobbystreak is doing 30 minutes of hobby every night for the longest streak possible. Today my co-host, as always, Liam.
Hello.
Is on 1706. Does that mean I missed your 1700 and I didn't say congrats?
Mm-hmm.
I am sorry, dude.
Don't feel bad, everybody else did as well.
Shit, I completely missed that.
Literally nobody has gone,
seriously?
Hey, you've hit 1700, well done. I'm not mad about it.
Everybody's just jealous, that's all. You know what? I will go back and I will say congrats so that it's
thanks.
Yeah, it's been crazy. So currently I am on 538 days. So yeah, it's been quite crazy. We have not really we couldn't record last week because I just worked the whole day. So there was no way that was gonna happen. We are trying some new recording, well, especially on my side today. So hopefully that will work well, and my sound is awesome. But yeah, if not, sorry. My bad. All right. Well, so as usual. Well, if you're joining us on Season 2, Episode 1, for the second season of the Hobbystreakers, usually what we do is we go through some shoutouts. And usually those are shoutouts from people on Instagram and on Twitter who have reached a milestone. Usually 100, 200, 300, 400, and so on days. 365, of course, for the year. Some people also, will get a shout out like at a month or something like that. But yeah. So why don't you go ahead and do your shout outs for?
Cool. So we've got Therealaslum, as opposed to the fake one, Therealaslum, on 500 days.
Oh, well, because I was reading
pretty good.
Therealaslum.
Yes.
I was like, what?
Or
Therealaslum.
Therealaslum. Whatever. The real Techomania on 300 days, so rapidly approaching the 1 year mark, which is
cool. Nice,
good shit.
Yeah.
We've got Christopher.nelson.mn on 800.
Nice.
We have Silthorn Hobby on 500. We've got Alephreal on 500.
Whoa, bless you. Wee.
Dear me. Garganthua
right?
on 100.
Okay.
And Mr. Nathanalanballard on 1500.
Cool. Did I know?
Keeping it up.
Yeah, that's nice.
So that was a couple of days ago. So
good job, people. Nice.
There's a couple coming up in the next couple of days.
Yeah? Like big ones, or?
Nice milestones, rather than, like, super huge ones.
Okay, cool. Alright, well, congrats to all those people. And, yeah, keep up the hobby, enjoy. And, we'll talk a little bit more about... Well, it's kind of the topic of today. I wanted to revisit the whole Hobbystreak and what people think of it. And after a year of us doing this, and yeah, I'm sorry I'm making a lot of noise with my parchment paper, but I need it.
Much noise as I made sneezing.
I need to clear that up because it just looks nasty. And I don't have any space for that. So, that's another thing that we do on this show. If you're listening to us on podcast, then you can go check our YouTube. And on the YouTube, you will see our mugs sorry about that. But you will also see what we are doing, which is painting. And I will go through my shoutout, and then we will talk about where we're painting today. So, what I have is... So, Liam Durr on 1700, apparently I missed it.
Me?
Yeah, you. Sorry, man. Sorry about that. Are you getting close to 5 years? Are you at
November.
5 years? November?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, Hewitttt on 100 days, Rumpus Brush on 100 days, Caleb, shout out to Caleb, 500 days, Evan Austin on 800 days, Wujczak on 800 days, Gszebe on 100 days, Steve Cross, shout out again, on 900 days, and a special shout out to Mechanical Frog, who just made partner on YouTube. So, nice. Kudos. Yeah, awesome. Good job, dude. And I know he listens sometimes. So, cool. Awesome. Everybody, again, keep going. Enjoy. That's the most important thing. Enjoy the Hobbystreak. What are you painting today?
I am painting Magnus the Red's swirly witchy poo bullshit scenic base.
So just the base?
Yeah.
Because it's huge and full of details and crap?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So this is mostly going to be dry brushing rocks, because I apparently live a vast and thrilling life. So I'm going to be spending my Tuesday night dry brushing rocks.
Well, I am painting. So, I've talked about them in the past, well, and recently. Spectre Miniature.
Mm-hmm.
They have the game Spectre Operation. And they do metal minis. And very recently they started a Patreon where they do STLs. And so I have a few models. I have two guys here that I'm showing on my cam that are Patreon's model from one of the first. Well, one guy is from the three that you get when you sign up as a welcome package. And this one is the one from last month, which is a CIA cover-up. Holding with a cap and holding a Kalashnikov and in kind of civilian clothes. So that's what I'm gonna paint today.
Nice.
And he's gonna be wearing a pair of jeans. He has a jacket, and I don't know what color I'm gonna do the jacket. That I have no clue.
Orange.
Orange. You glad I didn't say banana? I'm sorry. Maybe not orange, but I don't know. I might go for like a gray.
Hot pink.
That can be the fanny pack that he has. Because he has a fanny pack, which I think it's hilarious. So I might do that like a weird bright yellow or something. some weird stuff. Anyways, I saw that you put some Instagram posts on there that
so those are some awesome stuff that I found during the last 3 weeks that were just whoa. So the second one I found today, and just
I saw the first one last time.
Blew my mind.
So let me see is that the one? Yeah, that one is like the
first one's like a space marine getting shot and exploding into pieces.
Yeah, it's awesome. Is there only one video? One photo? Oh no, there's a second one.
There's a couple.
Yeah. Really? You don't want to let me because I'm not signing? Screw you. Oh, and then this one is the what's his name? Celeste? No, not Celestin. The other one.
Lord Commander Bastian Carthalos.
Bastian, that's the one. Yeah, and the dragon behind.
Karazai the Scarred, and there's all sorts of stuff on the base as well, and it's just this massive diorama.
Holy shoot!
Yeah,
lots like all the hand. Wow, freehand stuff. That's freaking crazy.
I was.
Is that a competition piece?
I assume so.
I don't know. Yeah, because I'm like, if you don't put that as a competition piece, like you're just nuts, dude.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
I
that
hope
would be.
That's going on Golden Demon or Silver Brush or
that would be
something
really fantastic. All right, cool.
That's just stuff that I saw that I was like, wow.
Wow.
So, hopefully, some pictures up on the screen.
Yeah, I'll definitely try to do that. Oh, here we go. Oh, the facing one for the blown up dude is awesome. Cool. All right, well, that's pretty cool. So it's a little sidetrack on that one. What have we done in the past few weeks? 3 weeks to be exact. So,
yeah.
What have you done?
I finished the Vanquishers, the sword guys that I was painting up. I took them out for a game in the new General's Handbook, and they did
okay, bad,
very well.
Cool.
They were only going into zombies, so but there was 10 of them, and then there was a unit of 60 zombies, and then suddenly there wasn't a unit of 60 zombies anymore. So that was fun. I picked up painting some Annihilators, so I've just got them on my desk for when I really can't be bothered doing anything else.
Okay.
At some point over the last 3 weeks, I decided I couldn't be bothered doing them either, and started building a second box of Vanquishers, because Vanquishers are fun and they go brr and chop things up. I started and finished the dragon. Dragon's done. Dunzo.
I saw. Yeah.
It looks very pretty. I used a guide by a guy on YouTube called War Hipster. He does a load of paint guides that he calls Contrast Plus. So that was 90% contrast, and then lots of dry brushing. Yeah,
it's kind of. I mean, anything organic works well with contrast paint anyway. Yeah. So that makes sense.
Lots of thinning contrast paints down, building them up over layers and glazes.
Cool. Yeah, makes sense.
Feathering them into each other.
Cool.
So that was
fun.
That was fun and interesting for me to do. So I was like, ooh,
new techniques.
Don't know if I can do that. This is new.
Alright.
And then I did it, and it looks amazing.
So are you gonna put it on the? Have you put it on the table also?
It's not been on the table yet.
Okay.
So my game on Sunday was a continuation of a campaign that I'm doing. So
are you doing escalation or just a regular campaign?
No, just there was a book out 4 months ago.
Oh yeah.
Which just has a series of like linked games in the back.
Okay. Cool.
So one of my regular opponents was like, "Hey Liam, do you want to do those?" And I was like, "Yep."
Of course.
So we've got like set army lists for that, so can't change those.
Cool.
So when I get the opportunity to play like an actual like match play game, then I'm gonna break the dragon out, and that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, for sure.
I also got the Axe Praetor from the new Horus Heresy box. I got my rulebook from a bits site, so people who buy loads of the boxes and then split them up and sell the pieces individually to people. While I was there, I was like, I really like that Axe Praetor. I think he could be something really mean for my Iron Warriors. So I painted him up in an afternoon because I
Why
felt
not?
like just doing a speed paint.
Cool.
So he looks pretty good. Got a lot of likes on him when I put him up because Horus Heresy's the hot shit at the moment. So
Really? I haven't heard anything.
it's because
I live on a rock.
It's like, oh no, Liam's about to start talking about the Horus Heresy. Oh, I've got to go take the kids to cello.
Today we only have swimming lessons, and they are in like 4 hours and 45 minutes, so we have plenty of time.
Okay. Great, let's talk about Horus Heresy, because I played a game with a new system of Horus Heresy.
Alright, sure. How is it?
So I've got a long-time opponent for Horus Heresy who I don't really play that often because he's moved up to the other end of the country like a git. But he occasionally makes like the 2.5 or so hour drive to come down club and just hang out and play games and things.
Is that not... Oh, you piece of shit. Sorry. I just put the red and it's pink. Why is it pink? Cool. I want a red, not a freaking pink. Damn it. Sorry. So, how's the new system?
He was the guy I played my first game of Horus Heresy against.
Okay.
And he whooped my ass. Okay. Because I had a collection of toys that I thought looked cool, rather than a coherent fighting force.
Yeah, well, but that's kind of...
Yeah.
That's where the fun is.
Yeah.
It's just playing what you want, not necessarily...
Yeah.
I mean, like... And the biggest thing is, like, you know, you have people, like... And again, like, I don't know 40k that well, so I don't know what's the meta or anything like this. But, you know, it's like... There were people in Legion playing the clone troopers because that was the hot shit and that was the meta.
Yeah.
But like there was a guy and he was like, yeah, no, I don't like that faction. I just know that if I want to win, I need to play those guys. And I'm like, fuck, that's just wrong. That just
I mean, my first Heresy army was absolute dog shit.
Yeah, and that's fine as long as it was what you wanted and like the proper.
There's a point between these models look cool and I'm playing the meta.
Yeah.
Where you want to be somewhere in the middle, and I was far too down one side, and I got stomped on, and it was not fun for me. It wasn't fun for him.
Yeah.
So, I played him again. I played him a couple of times at events with my Custodes army. I kicked his ass at those. One of those was the tail end of Horus Heresy using the 6th edition 40k rule set.
Okay.
And that had tactical objective cards. So every turn you drew up to a certain number of objective cards. You got extra victory points for doing these objectives. And the event we were going to had like some custom ones printed up because it was a Warhammer World, and they've got the printer downstairs. They can do what they want.
Okay.
And one of them was, oh, you score this, you get extra victory points for every character you killed this turn, and all Custodes are characters.
Okay.
So you killed a single Custodian,
and that's a point,
and got a single victory point. And had to score that card rather than save it for later because he'd scored the objective.
Okay.
So that was funny. Kicked his ass. We then had a rematch, and I kicked his ass. And that was the last time I played him before the other Sunday. So he bought the repeat of his army down, and I bought my Flying Circle Iron Warriors down. It was a null deploy versus a null deploy, so that was hilarious.
Okay.
It was like, right, I'm deployed, no models on the table. Right, I'm deployed, no models on the table.
Oh, they come in after?
Yeah.
Cool.
So he had drop pods, so he put... the new drop pod rules are quite fun, because you come down where you want, and... then like all your other pods come down within a certain distance of that. So that was fun because we were playing hold thirds of the table as the mission. So he got to just put one of his drop pods down in each third of the table for free, and vehicles count as scoring in that mission, and drop pods count as vehicles. So I had to go around and kill all those drop pods, except I was playing flyers, and they move 18 to 22 inches in straight lines and can't shoot behind them. And you've only got one 90-degree turn per turn.
Why?
So, because that's how flies work, because they're going fast.
Do they have like mandatory movement because they're just momentum and keep going, or they can stop?
You have to move a certain distance, otherwise you crash.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Again, Star Wars Legion has the kind of the same role where there is a mandatory movement for any unit that is not only flying but like the swooper bikes and stuff like that. So cool.
So yeah, I flew around in circles and shot at his guys while they ran around going, we don't have any guns. Apart from the like 2 dreadnoughts which did have guns, who were running around dinking my planes out of the sky. And I killed his Primarch with bolters to Overwatch. So it used to be a thing where you Overwatch was when somebody charged you, you got to shoot them on their way in. But like,
which makes sense.
You were like a reduced chance to hit them.
Yeah. Which is normal, like Overwatch.
But you could only declare Overwatch against the first unit that charged you. So if you were charging with something valuable, you chuck something like cheap in, or that they couldn't hurt in first, to soak up the Overwatch.
Yeah.
And then you chuck the valuable thing in. But with how the reactions are now, the Overwatch only happens once per opponent's charge phase.
But you choose one?
But it happens after all charges have been declared. When all charges are in.
And you choose? Can you choose?
And then I go, right, I'm shooting...
this guy!
Angron. Yeah.
Okay.
And Angron's already taken lots of damage from being shot in the face by planes. So I'm just going to dink his last couple of wounds off with bolters.
So he's going to die.
And now he dies.
So, does that... Alright, so... Does that mean that Overwatch are a little bit too OP now, or...
It's changed, so it's not... It's not still... a reduced ballistic skill. You get to choose what you pick to shoot at, and it's only once per phase. So it's been buffed in certain areas and nerfed in others.
Okay, cool. So it works. That's what you're saying. It just works now.
Cool. There's a lot of other things that I'm quite happy with. If you fail a charge, you move half the distance that you rolled towards the enemy. There's a lot of stuff that keys off your initiative characteristic now. The psychic powers are a lot easier to keep track of. So, like, the last event I took my Thousand Suns to, friend of the show, the Throwing Dice podcast lads, they'll tell you and confirm that I bought a dry erase whiteboard with me, with all the spells that I was going to be rolling from, wrote all the spell effects down, and had like a little tick box table of who had rolled which spell that game, and I put a little tick next to them when they had cast that spell.
Okay.
just so I could keep track of everything, and that the opponent could keep track of everything, and everybody knew what was going on.
Well, because you cannot cast the same spell twice?
No, because everybody has to randomly roll from the last edition, there were 8 psychic power disciplines. Each had 6 possible psychic powers you could roll from. A Primaris power, if you took all your powers from that discipline. And I had 2 units that could take 2 powers. Ahriman could take 4. I had a Librarian who could take 2. So it was just, like, too much to remember.
Okay.
And all your own stuff. So, just for the sake of everybody else knowing what was going on, I bought a dry erase whiteboard.
Nice.
But the new edition, it's literally just there's one power that's basically an aura that's always on, and there's a psychic weapon that you can do. You can just hit people with or shoot people with mind bullets, and the aura has a certain effect, and you can choose to take a psychic test to try and make it better.
Okay.
So, I haven't quite worked out how the Thousand Suns special psychic doodads fit in with that yet, because I've not played with the Thousand Suns yet. But it looks like it's going to be easier to remember, and I won't have a use for my dry erase whiteboard. So that's one less thing to drag to events. So
nice, yeah.
Bonus.
That works.
And yeah, that's about it for my 3 weeks.
Okay, cool. Let's see. So, I've done quite a lot of, well, the same guys that I'm doing now, which are modern military. Tried a couple of different color scheme. Again, you're showing pink, you stupid color. So yeah, I tried a different color scheme just because I wanna. There's a bunch of guys that are gonna be, they're more individual, and then there's a organization that I want to put as all looking kind of the same. So yeah, so I printed a whole bunch of them, which took me quite a while. I printed some bases, which this guy has, for example, one. They are the Marvel Crisis Protocol bases done by Corvus Game Terrain. And I just like this base, and so I resized them because they're not the proper size, because Marvel is 35, 50, 65, I think those are the size of the bases, because it's 40 millimeter. So I had to reduce that to 25, and then I got 32s and 40s. So yeah, so I played with that as well, just reducing the size and trying to figure that out. So yeah, other than that, what did I do? Oh yeah, so I airbrushed, I mean, a ton of minis and bases once I had printed them. And I realized when I was gonna print those, prime those, that like a dummy, I had left white paint inside my airbrush. So that was bad, because then the paint is all dry and it takes forever to get that stuff out. So that took quite a while. It took me like 45 minutes just to clean the airbrush. So yeah, not what I really wanted to do in a session, but that's what happened. So yeah, I also did a Stormtrooper. So finally, after a lot of time spent in LA Totally Awesome, they finally were without paint. So I decided to just go ahead and paint one, looking beat up and stuff. So I was pretty happy how he looked. He looked dirty and beat up, and kind of like in Hobby 1 when he's on that planet and they all like look like crap. So I really liked it. What else? Did a bit more bandits, because that's what I was doing last time we did the podcast 3 weeks ago. So I still did a few more after that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like we did a bunch of board games with the kids. They're on vacation, so, well, summer break, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, so we did a few board games, so that was fun. Also, a Kickstarter finished, which was the Anderson's House, which is a 3D printed house, just like Suburban House. And that's what's printing right now on my printer. I've done the razors, because it's the house has like a, not a basement, but like a crawl space. So I've done that, and now I'm working on the actual building. So I printed one of the building. I still got, so it's 1, 2, 3 crawl space, 1, 2, 3 building, 1, 2, 3 roof, and then I need the stairs in front and behind, and it's all with the locks, like those weird lock things. So I'm doing that again for the same things that I've been doing, which is my game, which I worked on as well. Created a new faction, worked on that new faction. It's getting close to me sending it to you so you can have fun and try it out.
Nice.
So it's getting pretty close. I'm doing it on my side as well. That's what I've printed. A bunch of those dudes and a bunch of other stuff, like the were-tiger. Did you see my were-tiger?
I did see your were-tiger.
So, and that's a mashup of different minis that together. So, and again, you know, like probably you're gonna use proxies when I'm gonna send it to you, because you have enough minis to just be like, okay, that's gonna be this and that's gonna be that. And yeah. So yeah, I am done, I would say, with most abilities, equipment, weapons, characters. Well, yeah, different, classes, I should say. I am working on affiliations right now. And after that's done, then I'll move to doing some scenarios. So yeah, having fun. Once in a while, I go take a nap and I wake up and I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. So naps are good for that.
Yeah.
To get your well, for resting also. Yeah, I try to take almost a nap a day if I can, even if just for 30 minutes. I kind of go to bed at 10, around that, and wake up at 4. So my nights are short. So yeah, what the hell? Is that part of his jacket then? That mini is weird. So yeah, so that's kind of what I've been doing. Like I said, lots of board games too with the kids. Mysterium is the last one we played. because they got it for their birthday from one of our friends who plays board game with us. So yeah, that was fun. And yeah, it's been, like I said, it's been busy at work, so, but I'd still managed to do my 30 minutes of hobby. Let's see, what else did I put in the thingy that I might have missed? I think that was it. Yep, yeah. So, so I'm setting up for the next scenario of the Silver Bayonet. I've done my sleeping bags. And I've got my little campfire, which I did last time, like a while back with a little battery, so that it shows the little campfire. I'll once I start that scenario, I'll put it up. It's a bit warm in the garage, a lot more than in the house. Not as bad as you guys, apparently. Well, it's been 32 here as well. 32 Celsius. But we have the AC. It's gonna be
40 over the weekend.
Yeah, I have the AC, so.
Yeah.
Which is not common here. I mean, it's common in the US, yes, a lot more than in Europe, for sure. The thing is, we live in the mountains. Yeah. It's warm, like it's hot 2 months in the year. The rest of the time it's not. So people tend to not invest. Well, they used to not get ACs in their house, but yeah, you know, global warming doesn't exist, but they still now need to. Alright, and we're back. Sorry about that. We had a little interruption because work sucks. We're talking about how freaking hot it's been.
Oh yeah.
So people here, like I said, people here used to not have AC. And now, like, people are asking us, oh, you put an AC, like, how much did you pay for your AC? Like, how much, blah, 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 because global warming doesn't exist, but, yeah, people realize that it's getting freaking hot as hell in Wyoming, in the middle of the mountains, where it used to be, like, you know, you could go by with just opening your windows would be fine. Yeah, that's not the case anymore. And we're really happy because, I mean, like, yesterday it was 32, not, like, usually Wyoming is windy. So you always have, like little breeze that, you're like, oh, this is so nice, blah, blah, blah. Not this time. So, yeah, we were like, yeah, that's kind of sucks. And, so, yeah, it was freaking hot as hell. And we actually, you know, we ate outside and it was just freaking just so hot. So we are really happy to have the AC. Now, yeah, there's a house around the corner that they just put AC in their house. And I'm guessing that more and more people will start doing that here. Because it's just getting crazy hot. And it's not that cold in the winter as it used to be. You know, we haven't had a minus 40 in years, which it used to be pretty much guaranteed every year to get a minus 40 here. Not anymore. So that's weird as well. And so yeah, it's weird. But you guys got a heat wave that's gonna get even worse.
Yeah, boy.
And yeah, you got, again, it's the same thing. You're in a place where usually you don't usually get temperature like this, and so you don't build houses for when it's freaking super hot outside. Yeah. You build houses for when it's super cold outside, because that's most of the time.
Yep.
And that's kind of what our house is as well here. It's made for when it's freaking super cold. And so it is great. It's great when it's winter because of that. Because then the heat stays very nicely inside the house. But other than that, not so much.
During the summer, the heat stays inside the house.
Yes, exactly. Which is kind of like, yeah. Let's see. What can I do? The Kalashnikov. Butt and the rest of the weapon. That's... what kind of color do I need? I need a... Beastie Brown. Sounds good. So yeah. Anyways, alright, so very recently Eric from is not done Netherlands.
Yep.
Posted asking about his hobby streak and that he was gonna go on camping and that he wasn't sure what to do. And I saw a lot of comments, and you I mean, I saw that you took part of the discussion as well, so I'm sure you've seen all the comments as well about people saying, oh yeah, no, this is why I don't, because he was like, oh, should I just pause it? Should I just, like, start from scratch again, blah, blah, blah. And so there was a lot of good suggestion as far as what to do when you're in that situation, when and we've talked about this a lot on this podcast because that's what we're about. We're about the hobby streak. But there is this, and I think it's, I'm gonna say disconnect, and I don't know if people will agree with me, but I think there is the kind of a disconnect between doing the hobby streak for what it is and feeling like it's an obligation. We've talked about this so much, saying, you should have fun. This is not, it should not be something that you should obligated obligated to do. And his post kind of made it sound like he was, he was like, oh, should I continue? Should I pause? Blah, blah. Dude, it's your hobby streak. You do what?
I think his point was seeing the high number next to his streak was a motivation to keep doing it.
Yeah, and so he didn't want to restart it.
If I'm restarting it, I don't want to. I'm going to take a hit to my motivation, and I don't know if I'll be able to restart it. And I kind of get where he's coming from with that, because that's the point of having the number track, is to set a score, and then if you break the streak, then to beat it. But you do get to a point where if you've got a high number, you're like,
I don't wanna. No, this is why I've been planning to take my shit with me, like stuff to actually do the hobby when I'm gonna go on vacation, which again, like, I've not been on vacation in a long time, but I'm just like, I've been planning and making sure that I still don't know what I'm gonna take exactly as far as minis to paint and everything, but I already have my paint pal ready and all this, and I know, like, and I know that, and that's the, I don't know if it's something that, and this is why I wanted to revisit, because we've been doing this now for, the hobby streaker for a year now, and I'm still on my hobby streak, and I'm really happy about it, and I still don't feel like it's an obligation, and I still don't feel like I am forcing myself to do any of this. It helps me tremendously, and I think that that's what people should concentrate on. And I know it helps a lot of people, and I'm glad it does. And I think that people, if people wanna feel, less bad about it by saying, you know what, I'm gonna I'm on vacation, you know, I'm in the hospital, I cannot do my hobby streak. Let me, you know, like, just, yeah, take a break if you want. Reset it if you want. If for you, resetting it and having, you know, be like, okay, I'm gonna do better next time, and this is my target number now to beat, then that's fine. Now if it's more like, oh, I want to keep going and I want to keep my score high, just same thing, just keep your score high. You know, we understand that sometimes life.
Piss.
What?
Got some green on a bit that wasn't meant to be green.
That's because we're painting. So if you want us to see what we're painting, just go on YouTube and see us paint, and you will see what we are doing. So yeah, and I think that, you know, I don't understand why people just don't go like, okay, you know what, tonight, you know, it's difficult and so on. Let me read a book about, you know, like the lore of this, or let me, you know, make a list for my next army and just go online and look at all the possibility for my next, you know, like on GW, and say, hey, you know, my next army is gonna have this guy. Let me look at their stat, let me look at their thing, and figure out if that's the guys I want to take with me, and blah blah blah. And I mean, you can't do that, and that's fine. If you want to count that as your hobby streak, that's fine. Count it. You know, it's fine. You want to create a new D&D character. You want to, you know, like I'm doing. You want to create a set of rules. Go for it. You know, it's been, yeah, sometimes I've not had that much time, and just...
I did have somebody tag me into a conversation the other week about what counted.
Yeah.
And I was like, right, this is what I count.
But you do you. We go back to the same thing.
The stuff that other people are suggesting that you do, I don't count, and I wouldn't count. But I'm not the boss of you. Just because I've got an absurdly high number next to my streak doesn't mean I'm the king of hobby streak, and my
I know
word
that
is law.
you don't count, like, you don't count games, right?
I don't count playing games at the club. I don't count reading the lore. I don't count building army lists. I don't count. I just count building, painting, and events.
Well, but all right, and I'm gonna be devil's advocate here.
That's my hobby streak. If you want to do yours differently,
sorry, fuck.
If you want to do yours differently, then do yours differently. I'm not the boss of you.
No, yeah, and I understand, but I mean, like, yeah, I'm not like reading the lore and stuff like that. I can understand, but like me writing that game, I mean, I spent 4 hours just rolling dice and trying to figure out the stats and everything. I mean, like, a lot of time I spent doing this. And for me, it was like, you know, I was like, okay, yeah, it's taken a whole chunk of like my hobby time. So it's definitely something I want to count. But yeah. Well, some people, you know, they're like, oh, tonight I just, you know, I didn't have time, so I just watched a video and blah blah blah. And again, like, if that's what they want to do, that's fine. There is no rules. It's suggestion.
Guidelines.
Yeah, exactly. And again, like, so we go back to what we said a year ago on one of our first episode, which was just as long as you're doing the streak, as long as it's helping, and this is a big thing. I know that a lot of people have been talking about mental health, and you know, especially in today's world, economy, fuck, you name it, it's fucked up. You know, like online BS comment on bullshit, like, you know, get out of my hobby and all that gatekeeping crap. The state of politic in the world, the freaking price of gas just through the roof and all that crap. Dude, yeah. Take 30 minutes, do something else. Whatever you want it to be. And you know what? Like, it's the same thing. My wife, she's kind of like thinking of doing it. She started painting gouache. And she bought herself a tiny little, I don't know, like journal type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And basically she was saying, like, she's gonna take that, and they're small, like super small, so she can do like one painting basically in maybe like an hour, so like twice 30 minutes, and in 2 days she can do one, or even one a day, and that thing is 30 pages, and she's like, yeah, I want to try to see if I can do it in a month, and kind of do like you're doing with your Hobbystreak, and just do that, and just so that I can sit down and do something else than think about all the crap that's going on at work and everything else.
I mean, like, I do mine my way because of like the original quote unquote set of rules that were put up. So I'm on those original rules because I'm the day one set as it was, but
it has evolved.
It has evolved beyond that,
which is
and
good.
it's no longer under the control of the Mr. Tumnus, who doesn't do it anymore and has dropped off the face of the internet. So, if anybody can claim to be the Hobbystreak police, he's not around anymore, so he can't tell you what to do.
And all right,
I'm around. I can tell you what to do, but you don't have to listen to me because I'm not in charge of you. Do what you want.
Yeah, and again, you know, we don't want this should not be.
No, shouldn't be a chore.
It should be. It should be.
It's there to help you motivate, get your pile of potential from
and a relief.
Boxes
honestly, it's a relief for me. It is
stuff. Yeah,
like you know, the past few days, like just. And again, like, you know what? Find someone.
The other day when I just sat down, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to paint this dude.
Yeah.
So I just painted that dude, and I had a really relaxing, like, 4 hours, 4.5 hours, just sit down going, this guy hates everyone and everything, and he's got a really big axe, and every other command character in my army thinks this guy's a prick because he's a fancy bastard with his new fluting set of Mark 6 armor and his new falutin' shiny little cape. Everybody else hates him, but he thinks he's hot shit. And I painted him, and I came up with the backstory for him while I was painting him.
When you were painting, yeah, that's cool.
And it's like, cool. Varnished him, took him to club, deployed him inside one of the planes that flew around, and he didn't even get on the table. He just sat there on the side going, grrr, I've got an axe, and never saw the table.
That's funny.
I had good time painting him. In fact, even let me show you this. So this little guy is a fungoid cave shaman.
Okay.
From the Gloomspite Gits. They did a little series of little characters for a series called Malign Portents that was the harbinger of the 2nd edition of Age of Sigmar.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody from the club came down on Sunday and was like, I got a load of shit out of my attic that I'm never ever going to paint.
Do you want it?
Give me a good offer and I'll sell it to you. And I was like, this is a in shrink wrap fungoid cave shaman.
Cool.
He looks like he'll be really fun to paint.
Alright.
I'll give you a tenner. So I gave him a tenner, and now I've got a creepy little goblin man with a mushroom growing out of his head.
Cool.
And at some point, I'm going to build him up.
And
I'm going to paint him. I never intend to put him on the tabletop, but I'm going to enjoy playing with fun, bright nasty mushroom colours and
Yeah, something different.
dank, horrible goblin skin.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing.
Google.
Yeah, just paint something, have fun, paint something different.
Over the last 1,700 days, I've turned into somebody who buys models just to paint them just for fun, and I don't know how that happened or when that happened.
Because you don't like to paint.
I don't like to paint, he says.
As he paints.
Yeah.
This is not good.
I hate that I'm using my precious like last third of a bottle of Agrax Earthshade.
So did they? I know Uncle Adam put a video. I need to check it out. Did they really fuck it up or?
The paint works very differently than how it used to. The shade paints.
Okay.
They work more like contrasts now.
Like contrast wash, basically.
Yeah. So they don't stain the surface as much. They go into the details. And I use Agrax for stonework to get the stonework looking kind of sandstony.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't be able to do that anymore.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm looking at like super thinning down. I might just get like some of the wildwood contrast paint.
Yeah.
Get an old spice jar, put a tub of that and like 2 bottles of contrast medium in, and just see if that helps. And I can just do the same sort of thing with that. But other than that, I'm probably going to have to move on to like
Is there anybody else?
Somebody a competing brand. So, question for you guys in the comments. Let me know what is the best Agrax Earthshade equivalent or Nuln Oil equivalent out there, because I went into my local hobby shop and I bought their last 4 tubs of Reichland Flesh Shade. So those are the 4 I use: Agrax, Nuln Oil, and Reichland Flesh Shade.
Yeah, those are the same that I use. Yeah.
I've got most of a tub of Nuln Oil.
I've got
some Nuln Oil gloss that I accidentally bought. Another bot of Nuln Oil.
Well, they're gonna remove that one is also very valuable.
I'm all right for Nuln Oil.
They removed
all the gloss shades.
All the gloss,
gone. Yeah. Actually, my local, when I went into them, they had most of their gloss shades still on the shelf because nobody fucking buys them.
Yeah, and this is why they stopped doing them. Is because not a lot of people will actually buy them. So.
Yeah.
Now, there is an alternative, which is Army Painter. But there's work well if you want to do, like, I think it will work well on something like Orcs. Like super nasty, dirty, and like Nurgle. You know, kind of like if you want GW models they're gonna work on, it's gonna be those. Because that's pretty much it. Like, I used mine on zombies. And they worked really well on zombies. But again, that's about all they worked on. So, I wouldn't use them for anything else. So.
Mate of mine has very bad things to say about the armor paint range in general. So.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Again, not a big fan. I don't have any of... no, that's not true. I have one that actually I really like, and that's the Rust. The Dry Rust one. Army Painter Dry Rust is really good. I like that one. But that's the only thing from Army Painter that I actually have. I'm not a big fan of their paint either. But
apparently the new contrast
really
paints
good, yes.
are quite nice. But
so yeah,
that they've changed the shades and therefore
Do you
Pitchforks.
think that if
Get the pitchforks out, lads. Meet me in Nottingham.
yeah, do you think that if people complain enough, they'll revert, or do you think
I
that's never
don't
gonna happen?
know. They're rich enough; they don't have to care.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, come on, kid. No.
And it sucks for me as somebody who's normally got GW's corner without them having to. They don't pay me or send me anything, but normally I'm like,
should.
oh yeah, that sounds like a really
Send us
good
stuff.
idea.
Send us stuff, by the way. Just saying.
Send stuff to JG. He hates painting your stuff.
Yeah, I don't like GW stuff, so send them to me, and then I'll tell you if it's crap or not. And I don't. I mean,
Yeah, I don't like that they.
I like the
changed-
contrast paint, but
I
other
don't
than
like that they
me-
changed the way the shades work, and they've kept the same name and same branding on them.
Yeah.
So if they just taken known oil out and put like a new shade in and called it something completely different.
Well, they
I'd have been
they
like,
could have
"Oh,
been
okay."
like, we've been calling them washes since forever. Shouldn't they have done that?
Shade paints. They're called shade paints.
Yeah, but should they have done like, okay, so you know what? Now they're called washes.
Yeah.
And then
They-
people will be
they-
like, what?
Yeah. They used to be called inks.
Yeah.
Way back in there, when I were a lad and all this were fields.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Well,
I'm semi-upset.
I bet, yeah. Again, like it's I need to see, because again, like it's the same for me. Like all the stuff that I use, all the shades and stuff, it's all shade. Those are the shades the only shades that I use are those. I mean, I have some shades from Vallejo.
Vallejo.
I have some skin wash and some inks, and I like the inks. They have their purpose as well, but again, like, it's not the same. It's definitely not the same. Like right now, like I'm doing the purple Drushini Violet on my blue jeans for darkening it, and that's it. That's all I need. I mean, like, yeah, it's not blue, and probably there's a blue shades that works better out there, but it works great. Why would I bother? And I'm
Dragonwolf Nightshade.
and I'm gonna grab my Agrax to do the brown, and that's it. Like,
The other thing is that they're going to start charging the same amount for smaller bottles.
God damn it.
Yep.
Yeah, this is where people need to go and take whatever Agrax and all this, and
Oh, it's all gone, mate. There's none left on shops.
no,
anywhere.
like companies like Army Painter, Vallejo, and all this, and just try to redo the same as before. Like those.
Oh, there's companies out there that do all like the discontinued citadel paints from like way back.
Yeah, they need to.
They all call them something different, but
Yeah.
it's
Oh, no.
like-
You need to call it something different.
coat d'armes.
Okay. Côte d'Armes, oui.
Yeah.
Côte
They-
d'Armes, Côte d'Armes.
They do like all the old citadel paints.
Oh, because that's here we go. Like I just put my Agrax Earthshade on that jacket, and it went from looking to fuck yay.
It's liquid talent. You can't destroy the liquid
look,
talent.
Look at this. Like, I've put Wolf Grey, I think, as the beard of the guy. I just washed it with Agrok Surshade, and it looks fucking awesome. That's perfect. That's it. That's all I need. Like, why would you mess this up?
Why would you mess with something good?
Why would you mess with something that
it wasn't broken?
It wasn't broken. Don't fix
it's
what's
not
not
broke.
broken.
Don't fix it.
Yeah. If it works, don't you fucking touch it.
Right, we need to change subject because otherwise I'm legitimately going to sit here and get pissed off.
So,
what's happening in the news?
What's happening in the news? Well, so I didn't have that much news because I figured you will have quite a lot with the skirmish thingy from.
I did. It was
those people.
It was those people who shall not be named.
Why is this not? Where is my?
Oh.
Oh, you piece of doo-doo.
Did you break it?
No, I did not. Well, so I don't know if it's in there, but I'm gonna talk about it. So there is a Kickstarter coming up, which I talked about it last time, which is Monster Hunter International. And I still so it looks like it's probably this week. I need to I have not received an email it's like bloop, bloop, hey, right, it's now, yay.
Has it literally just gone live?
It is. I'm literally looking at the emails and it's just, now's your chance to make an impact. Everything Epic just launched their Kickstarter project. Be a part of it. Monster Hunter International.
How many minutes ago was that?
Literally 1:23 p.m. and it is 1:57. 30 minutes ago. Fucking it. That's really hilarious. That's the second time. This happens. So I was like, yeah, I thought it was gonna be like either today or tomorrow. I thought it was the 14th. Like I thought it was gonna be in a couple of days. But yeah, so well, you know what? Why don't we
have a live look at the campaign?
If I can figure out how to do the Skype thingy, share screen, and if I can share the. Alright, so let me switch to this screen. Start sharing, and you should see just the Monster Hunter thing. Are you still seeing it?
Yep, I just need to make that bigger so I can actually see everything. There we go, cool.
Alright, campaign. Okay, can you show me the campaign? Alright, is it gonna load? San Antonio, Texas. I didn't know they were from there. Campaign! Okay. It's loading. Man, my computer is... Yeah, and I was looking at Kalashnikov rifle to see how to paint my Kalashnikov rifle. That's on this guy. Alright, so...
Tactical skirmish competitive miniatures game. That's a lot of words.
So, board... It looks like there was different, like grease based or measurement based. That's I saw that last time. Why back this project? Well, because
we would like your money.
Because and so I read this one. I am working on the second one.
Disgrace remaining less than 1 minute.
Is it Vendetta the second one? I thought it was. Anyways,
that's the second one on that picture.
Yeah. But so Gargoyle.
They all look cool.
That's cool. Oh, I know who that guy is. I'm not gonna. So there's some terrain also I've seen.
That's a render of some terrain anyway.
No. They're like it looks like it's like cardboard.
Yeah.
Create your map your way. You see, it's like the.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the cardboard kind of thing. Choose an attack, check line of range. Oh, it's just like a basic skirmish game, but the miniature game core, $100. 8 character sheet, 9 core characters, 40 damage, blah blah blah.
Lots of tokens.
So you have MHE squad, Julie, Pitt, Trip, Earl, Wolf, which is Earl, but anyways. Then you have Otherworldly. Oh, Machado, which is the one in the first book. Corina, which is the vampire. I think she's a vampire. Oh, no. She was yeah, she's the priestess. Soldier Scout. Those are, yeah, okay. All in gaming. 8 character sheets, 11 expansion character miniature, all the core pledge item plus this expansion components. Franks, so those are the government people. Jefferson, Myers, Stark. Okay. The Undead, Ray Vamp, Suzanne, the Whites, cool, Gargoyle, MSC Squad Mini only, all in Mini only. Oh, so you could just buy...
Yeah, just want to paint them.
Yeah, so you can just buy the 125, you could buy all the minis.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, like if the rules are the rules available, that's pretty nice. That's Pitt. That's a pretty good representation of Pitt. He's apparently big dude in the game. Like this guy, he's a big dude. I would have made him like he's supposed to be a bit more chubby. Like he's like, I would have made him more like a how the fuck are they called? You know, like Strongest Man.
Yeah.
Like kind of those guys. You know, like even waist chubby.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Square.
Yeah. Like big and
strong
big,
men are squares.
Like, yeah. Exactly. They are imposing, and that's kind of like I would have gone. But so
solid wall of man.
No, I did not.
Oh, it's gone again.
Yeah, it's loading. It's my computer.
I'm guessing a lot of people are trying to view this page all at once.
No, it's my computer that because I'm talking to you, recording, and doing all these things. The computer is having a hard time thinking about what to load. But yeah, so let's see. What do you get if you get how to play? Choose your team. Yeah, I know you can choose like one of the 4 teams. Pledges. Here we go. So you get the damage token, signature token, activation token, status, player aid, 1 grenade stencil, which I'm guessing is the grenade, you know, like area of effect.
Yeah.
2 move stencils. Okay, so measuring sticks. Medkit token, frag grenade token, flashbang, 2 trips signature. For Spotty, 2 demon horde tokens. Okay. Artifact, secret, ghost token. Blood and puff cards, ghost, artifact, blah blah blah. 1 rulebook. Game board, flat, warp map. I'm guessing that's what it is. Okay. And you get 2. So you get 2 teams. 5 and 4, 9. Oh yeah, 9 core character miniatures. So you get enough to play the game. Basically. Because you're gonna play... Like it's a skirmish, so you're gonna play 4 against 4. So that's what you're gonna play. Now the all-in you get 11
extras.
Alright, and we're back. So, little technical...
Computers!
Little technical difficulties. My computer could not handle me watching the thing. But anyways, we've seen, so $200 for like the whole thing, which is gonna be 4 faction and so on. Did not see any thingy for stuff.
Eloquent.
No, any stretch goals.
No.
I did not see any section with something written stretch goals. So I'm not sure if they will have stretch goal or not. So that is something that I will need to check. And so yeah. And also they showed the terrain, but I did not see where that was written. So it might be on the all-in pledge that we were looking at. But anyway, so that's kind of what it's funny that it popped up pretty much while we were recording. But yeah, it's one that I was looking forward to. I need to see some playthrough and everything and see if I want to indulge into getting it or not. So yeah, I'm gonna have to see about that. So yeah. But super excited. Now, what do I have in my other news now? Where is the little cheat sheet? So, the silver bayonet that I've talked quite extensively on this podcast.
That paint's dead.
They are, well, so the people at North Star Military Figures, which did most of the minis that I have for the silver bayonet, well, pretty much almost all of them, they are working on wave 4. So I'm super excited about that. Not sure when those will come out, but yeah, extra soldiers for the French army. I think, let's see what they said. I think there might have been others than just
a second band of British, a second band of French, and a set of army deserters. Look for a sailor, a grenadier, and a dismounted cavalryman in the British set, and more female figures in the French set.
So cool, super happy about that. Looking forward to those. My little warband right now, I'm playing with the French. I have put all of them onto a warband except for my occultist, because I could not take her and the rest. So I'm gonna have to see to start probably another campaign or something like that. But anyways, so looking forward to those. Really happy. And yeah. Hey, finally loaded. Really? Alright. And my last news was Cyberpunk, which at the time we were like, oh, they're gonna be done by they're gonna be fully funded by the time we even done recording. Well, that didn't happen. And it took a while for the thing to actually start taking off. Reason being that people are still pissed off about previous campaign. That, when they increased the shipping like freaking crazy. Now, this one, they say straight away, they're like, oh yeah, it's gonna be $60 for shipping. Which makes sense. Now, either they are okay, as you know, like they overpriced it and they're gonna be okay with $60, or they didn't and it's gonna cost like 80, which would really suck. But so people are not happy because it's $60. People would have not been happy if they would have said $30 and then charged $60 after. So whatever they were gonna do, they were not, like, people were not gonna be happy anyway. Now, yeah, people are not happy with CMON, people are not happy with Kickstarters and how much it costs to ship. So yeah, it's I don't know. It is what it is. Right now, again, today's economy, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. But they still ended up with $800 and something thousand, $886. So for a CMON campaign, not too great, but still not, still a decent amount. I would not, if somebody gave me $860 something thousand, I'd be like, thank you. Thank you very much. So yeah, it's we'll see. I think a lot of, if they mess this one up, I think that might just really tank how they are viewed by people. So yeah. All right. That's it for my news. I mean, that's not. Like I said, I didn't have much because I knew you were gonna. There's a whole bunch of stuff that were shown by GW.
So, first of all, we had a load of leaks last week.
Real leaks or fake leaks?
Yes.
You don't.
I didn't see one of the leaks, but I saw the other one.
Okay.
So the leak I saw was Angron.
Okay.
So that looked like somebody had just taken a picture of a page that they weren't supposed to have taken a picture of. So
Okay.
I'm going to say that one was an actual leak.
Okay.
The Predator tank, I didn't see that leak, so I can't comment.
Okay.
But yeah. So we've got Demon Primarch Angron. He's going to be a big old plastic kit. He looks
good.
Quite a lot like some of the old John Blanche artwork that I like to trot out. So
cool.
He's going to look cool.
Yeah.
So that's 3 Demon Primarchs that we've got in plastic, and 1 Primarch that the Imperium has in plastic. So rampant speculation now is which of the lost Imperial Primarchs is going to come back next. The bets are the same ones that it's been for the last 4 or 5 years. So
who knows?
Who knows?
Well, GW knows at least. Yeah. I think. I hope they know, or they don't know, so that there is no leak. Nobody knows. Even we don't know. But you're the guy that's supposed to plan the product. I don't know.
The rumor mills saying, it's the Lion. They've had the sculpt ready for about 4 years and they haven't released it. Like
rubber.
So,
where is it?
The miniatures company that likes making miniatures and has a very big leak problem. Where is it? One, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. As you were, sharp.
Yeah, it should. Yeah. Someone would have leaked that shit.
Yep. So the other leak was the plastic Demus pattern Rhino. So the fact that we had a plastic Demus pattern, we had a plastic Demus pattern Rhino, and now we're getting the plastic Demus pattern Predator was
pretty
a
straightforward.
Move that surprised literally nobody, because what you do is you change the top of the tank and you put an extra bit in for the doors where the sponsors go on, and then you put an extra sprue in. You put like 2 extra sprues in the Rhino box.
And especially now that they're plastic, it's so much easier to do that because you have the base of the freaking thing.
That's what they did for the Mars pattern tanks of the same name when they put them out. So now that I don't know, they're probably discontinuing those because they don't want Space Marine players to play anything other than the new Primaris stuff for 40k. But yeah, this has got 4 turret gun options and 4 sponson gun options, so that's pretty much all of the gun options. There's like 3 or 4 other gun options, so they're probably gonna put another one out at some point, or they're just gonna go, oh yeah, those are just grandfathered rules,
which suck. But camera off. Why is camera off?
I can see you.
Yeah.
Not this camera.
Take video. Make some space. Okay. Right.
So we're not gonna get your hands. Is that what you're saying?
You're not gonna get my hands. You're gonna get maybe like 5 minutes of my hands.
So no hands. It's okay.
Whatever.
No hands. Look, Mom, no hands.
Yeah. So yeah, they both got leaked.
All right.
Last week.
$20 question.
Yep.
This is my guy. He's got a red hat. Should I put some white on the top of the red hat?
It looked like Santa.
Well, I was more going with the Make America Great Again, just the red hat with the, like the writing on it. So I was gonna do that.
Let's not.
Let's not.
Let's not say we did.
I don't know. It would have been funny. I think it would have been funny. All right, cool. So, yeah, I've seen the tank. So that one I've seen. I didn't see the other one. But, okay.
He's a big stompy lad. He's going to be huge and expensive. So, yeah. And then Sunday, they had the Summer Skirmish stream, which was at a weird day and a weird time. So, that was fun.
Prepare for a Rumble of Reveal. Is that the one? Warhammer Preview Summer Skirmish. Yeah. Okay.
I've got 4, 5 links on the show notes. Because that'll be a hub article that will just go on to those ones that I've got linked anyway.
Let me see something. Okay, cool. Kill Team, Warcry, Warhammer Underworld, Blood Bowl, Necromunda. Okay.
Yeah. So, Kill Team, they'd been building up with sort of lots of teaser images, and people were thinking it was going to be like a Space Hulk style re-release.
Yeah, there was a lot of talk about that, yeah.
And it turned out, no. The setting for the next season of Kill Team is going to be on a Space Hulk. So this is Imperial Navy breaches and Kroot Kimband. So the Kroot haven't had a lot of models since the Tau first came out in the mid 2000s.
Okay.
So this is some neat new Kroot models for them. There's no Imperial Navy models.
So who are those guys? The Kroot. Who are they supposed to be?
Kroot are a race that are allied with the Tau Empire. They eat people, and that's how they evolve.
They look like the guys in Oddworld, Odyssey.
Yeah. Kind of, but more with beaks.
Yeah. But like the doggies kind of look the same as well, and
yeah,
like you said.
So the breaches, the naval breaches are cool because that's a side of the setting that isn't going to get a full army because why would the navy be on the ground? They're in the ships shooting people from orbit. So when they need to send people to clear stuff out, a load of guys with riot shields and combat shotguns do the job. They look pretty neat. there's a Blood Bowl team, so Eric will be happy. Amazonians, Amazon women, snake thing, fantasy football. Woo.
Yeah.
I honestly tuned out for that bit because I don't care about Blood Bowl.
Yeah.
Come at me.
They look cool. I like the models.
Yeah.
I like the colors they used. That's super cool. I really like.
Yeah.
Blood
Bowl is like
that's
bright colours.
That's very Brazil, which I'm guessing Amazonia, but that would be like Brazilian football, well, Brazilian Blood Bowl. That's what it would look like. That's pretty cool. I like the models. They look they're very nice sculpts. All right, cool. Again, Blood Bowl is not really my cup of tea, but I know a lot of people.
There's the new Warhammer Underworld warbands revealed. That looks pretty neat. So that's Hexbane's Hunters. It's a unit of it's a load of witch hunters. So there's a witch hunter. He's heavy, guy with a big axe. Another couple of guys. One's got like a flamethrower. One's got like a pepper pot pistol. And there's 2 dogs.
Okay.
And they're good boys. And the internet's decided that we love them.
Okay. Did I click on it? Yes. Oh, X-Ben Hunter? Is that the one? Doggies. Doggies! Oh, those are the proper mods too. Cool.
They're proper mastiffs.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, those look cool.
So,
I like the guy with the crossbow and the face mask. It's kind of like the prince in her iron mask or the king in her iron mask or kind of. That's cool. Yeah. Oh, I like the hunter with the torch. Oh, it's cool. Nice. All right, cool.
Good opportunity to play with some OSL there.
Yeah, with the torch. I'm surprised they didn't do it. Huh. They never do OS. I've never seen OSL in the GW stuff. I don't think they do. Because it's kind of hit and miss too. I think some people don't like it, so. Alright,
so
then you've got the...
on this one because there was actually a picture that I could copy onto the show notes. Mm-hmm. So, Goliaths get a vehicle for Ash Waste.
Yeah,
which is
fucked up. That's awesome. It's like a cross between a...
It's a ride-on lawnmower.
But the back is the back. No. The back is the
with tank trads.
The skidoos.
Yeah.
For the snowmobiles.
Guns on the side.
This it's like a back of a snowmobile, the front of a freaking lawnmower. Well, yeah. Oh, there's one with the tire.
There's an option for a wheel if you want to be sensible and boring.
That looks really cool. That looks funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's proper Mad. That's proper Mad Maxi. Yeah. That's for sure.
And we got the new Warcry edition.
Warcry is the only one. Like those, I've seen those. Some of it. I've seen some of the picture.
There's meat trees with fingers. So the scenery is gnarly.
Okay. I've not seen those. Okay. Why are they all... Fingers. Why do they have the plague and...
So there's plague guys and Horns of Hashut are the actual war bands.
Okay.
So the whole idea of Warcry is that they are followers of Chaos, because Chaos is...
Yeah, I know.
Chaos has most of...
And they're all fighting to see who gets the...
But they don't believe in the Chaos Gods as we, the players looking down, believe them, in them. They have certain aspects of the major Chaos Gods. And one of those is apparently Plague Man.
Yeah, not big fan. I prefer the previous one. Warcry box. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the sculpts.
I like the terrain. Terrain looks neat.
No, yeah, terrain looks good. Terrain looks really good. I like it. It's different. But the guys, meh, not big fan. All right, yeah.
And And next week's
Demon
pre-order.
Muddled. Holy shit. Is that the one?
That's the one, Kabanda.
Kawabunga?
Cowabunga. Kabanda was revealed. I believe he was revealed at Warhammer Fest.
Isn't that the same dude that they have in like 40k? Balagur or Baladur or whatever? No?
Balapur.
It kind of looks like it's like his cousins or something.
Yeah. So this is a named Bloodthirster of Khorne, who features heavily in the backstory for the Blood Angels Space Marines. So during the Horus Heresy, the Blood Angels Primarch fights Kabanda, a planet called Cygnus Prime, boots him into the warp. It's like, I can see the future, I do not die this day. And then later on, in the Siege of Terra, Kabanda comes back and Sanguinius and him have a duel at the Eternity Gate, which is like the last door before the Emperor's inner sanctum. And Sanguinius lifts him up and breaks his back over his knee and casts him screaming back into hell. So this guy is going to be a big resin boy. He's a Forge World Horus Heresy character series guy.
Cool.
Yeah, he looks like he's on a
120?
80 mil base, possibly 100 mil.
Yeah, because I mean, like that Space Marine, that Space Marine laying down is what? A Space Marine is like 40, right? Roughly.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's a 120. That looks like a 120.
Yeah, so
or 110. Is there a 110?
Possibly.
Well, anyways, it's 100 plus. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Shit, that means his wingspan is like 20 some. Is like
if he's resin,
freaking hey, he's gonna be a kilo.
If he's resin, then he's gonna be.
Holy moly, yeah, he's
best
gonna be.
part 200 quid.
Fuck. All right, yeah.
And the best part is his army doesn't even have rules yet. So when he comes out, there is going to be a rules download to allow you to use him in Horus Heresy and possibly 40k as well.
Okay.
So yeah,
cool.
It's going to be cool. He's got a helmet option as well. If you don't like his face.
I think his face is expressive enough that you would want to keep the face.
Yeah, and there's a preview article up during the week where some heresy blogs got sent a preview copy to paint up, which was nice to see because they didn't invite a lot of those people to the open day. So
GW, if you're ever watching this, my friend there lives in the UK. He loves GW stuff. Send him to GW previews and shit. Come on, be nice.
I've done like 5 years of pretty much painting your stuff exclusively every day.
Yeah. Don't send me like across the pond and all this shit. No, I don't. It's fine.
I need to wait for Stormbringer to come out so I can send you a cheap Bastion, I think.
But you guys, you know, like him, like he likes your stuff. I don't. No, that's not true. It's not that I don't. I like a lot of their stuff. It's just that I'm not gonna get into, like, I would get into Warcry. Most probably would be one of the ones that I would do. And I mean, like, look, I've painted this guy.
Yeah. Ogre Thaumaturges.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite models that I've painted, so yeah. And I've painted that guy.
Cussy?
No, Jepson from the Curse City.
Yeah.
That's the only model from Curse City that I painted. I still got the rest of to eventually decide to paint. Anyways. Well, what else?
That's it.
More? No, that's it?
No.
Alright.
No
well,
more.
That's it for me too. I mean, yeah. Monster Hunter International, check it out.
Oh, Audacity's failed again.
Spectre Operation, check it out as well, because it's pretty good. They have some really cool minis. They're in the UK, so, and they're metal, so definitely if you're in the UK, just, yeah, that's gonna be easier for you guys to get to it than us here in the US. How's your base going? How does it look?
I've got most of it done.
Cool.
There's some, I need to do some, find a nice colour to dry brush some OSL for the
It
flames
disappeared.
on.
Put it in front of you,
Yes.
like in front of your. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Nice. All right.
That isn't quite doing it. So
Well, my guy is done. I just need to do the rim of the base, and he's done. So I went from well, I don't know if you can see, jeans, bluish t-shirt, and brown jacket, and fanny pack, and hat in red, and it looks really cool. I like it. I really like it. I like those sculpt, really nice sculpt. Again, from the people at Spectre Miniature, the STLs. That one is really cool too. It's probably one that I'm gonna paint next. It looks really nice. Yeah. The other ones that I've printed and that I've printed quite a few of, which you can see here, for example. Those guys are from Turntable Miniature, something like that. I need to oh, if I can find their name. Where is your name? What is your name? Of course I cannot find it. But I will put a link. They have also a Patreon, but I quickly got out of it because he's reusing a lot of the same sculpt and everything, so he has not done really anything very new very recently, so yeah. Anyways,
I have just cleared 39 gigabytes by deleting OneDrive.
Deleting OneDrive?
Yep.
What do you mean OneDrive? Oh, OneDrive as in the application OneDrive?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, so you probably saw my hands, not his hands. Whoops. I don't know.
Honestly, there's going to be... My Audacity dropped again, so you probably can't even hear me right now.
Well, I have your recording on my side, so don't worry about it. Either way, I'll find a way to have a recording. My recording should be okay. I'm recording it 20 different places with the same mic, so should be fine. Alright, well, thank you everybody. Season 2, Episode 1. Woohoo! We made it a year. And yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Hopefully I can get this out not too late. Quite a lot of stuff to do in the next few days, so we'll see. Alright. Thank you everybody. Bye. Bye, Liam.
So,